My future wife, this video is for you. I may not know where you are right now in this world or what you're doing as you hear these words, but I know one thing for sure. You exist, and someday our paths will cross. That belief alone gives me energy, focus, and hope. This isn't just a message. It's a marker in time, a way to capture what I feel in this moment and send it forward into the future. When you see it, I want you to sense not only my words, but the weight of my intent. I believe the strongest connections in life are not accidents. They're the outcomes of choices, values, and the visions we hold for ourselves and the people we want to share our lives with. So when I speak to you now, I speak with the awareness that love isn't just luck. It's preparation, making decisions today that ensure tomorrow is stronger, richer, and more meaningful. That's why this message exists. I'm not waiting passively for the future to arrive. I'm actively shaping it, anchoring it with purpose. You are my partner, my equal, my mirror, and my teammate in building a life larger than either of us alone. I don't see this as a fairy tale because fairy tales fade. I see it as a story built on intention, a relationship rooted in strength, clarity, and respect. One that doesn't crumble under challenges, but sharpens through them. What I want you to hear most in this introduction is that I'm not simply waiting for you. I'm working for you, preparing for you, shaping myself into the man who can carry this vision with honesty and conviction. People often say love just happens, but real love, the kind that endures, happens because people are ready. They've done the hard work. They've asked who they want to be when they step into the life of someone they truly care about. That's what I'm doing right now. Every choice I make, every risk I take, every lesson I learn, it's not just for me, it's for us. Because when we meet, I want to stand before you not with empty promises, but with a life already reflecting my commitment. And I want you to know, I don't see you as someone who will complete me. I am not incomplete. I see you as someone who will amplify what's already here, as I will amplify what's already within you. Together, we'll create more than either of us could imagine alone. That's why I'm speaking to you now. Because I believe in what we can build even before it exists. So when you watch this, whether years from now or only days, I hope you feel the weight of this moment. I hope you understand that even before I knew your face or heard your voice, I was speaking to you with intention. That's what makes this message different. It's not about longing. It's about direction. It's about saying, I know where I'm going and wanting you to walk beside me. Love isn't something we stumble into. It's something we build. This is me laying the first brick, right here, right now. When I picture us, I don't just see two people falling in love. I see two people building something extraordinary. Love in its truest form is not just an emotion, it's a partnership. It's two minds, two spirits, and two dreams merging into a shared vision beyond what either could accomplish alone. That's what I want with you. I don't want a love that's fragile or fleeting. I want one with the strength to endure, the creativity to evolve, and the courage to face whatever life brings. I imagine us as teammates, equals who not only stand together in good times but lean into the difficult ones, knowing together we can face anything. When the noise and chaos of life fade away, what's left is the foundation of who we are for each other, a foundation built on trust, loyalty, and respect. Without those, love becomes unstable. With them, love becomes unstoppable. I don't want our relationship to feel like a comfort zone where nothing changes. I want it to be a launch pad, a place where we're safe enough to take risks, bold enough to dream bigger, and supported enough to become more than we are today. I want us to wake up each day not only grateful for each other, but inspired by each other. Because the truth is, the person you choose to spend your life with shapes everything else. I want us to amplify each other's greatness, challenge each other to stay sharp, and celebrate victories not as individuals but as partners. Partnership, to me, means alignment. Not in the sense of agreeing on everything, because we won't, but in the sense that our values, purpose, and deepest goals run in the same direction. Even when we disagree or see things differently, we'll remember we're moving forward together. That's the kind of love I believe in. Not perfection, but persistence. Not a demand to never fall, but a promise to rise again together. My vision for us is not fragile, because fragile things break under pressure. What I see is resilient, dynamic. It bends when it must, but it doesn't shatter. It grows stronger each time it's tested. I don't want us to fear the storms. I want us to welcome them, because they'll prove how unshakable we are when we stand as one. Love isn't just romance or grand gestures. Those are beautiful, but not enough. Love is consistency. It's showing up every day with the same commitment, focus, and willingness to give without keeping score. It's being the kind of partner who makes the other feel seen, heard, and valued, not occasionally, but always. That's the love I'm preparing to give you. That's the partnership I want us to build. So as you listen to this, I hope you don't just hear words. I hope you feel the intent behind them. Because I'm not describing a fantasy. I'm describing a blueprint. A future where love isn't just something we feel. It's something we live every single day. When we step into that future together, I know it will be the greatest partnership of our lives. What we're going to build won't just be love. It will be legacy. Commitment is a word people use lightly, but to me it means everything. To commit is not just to make promises when times are good. It's to hold steady when things are difficult. To keep showing up even when it's not easy. To build something that lasts because it's rooted in principle, not convenience. When I think of us, I don't just see romance. I see a lifelong promise, a bond forged through trust and reinforced by action. That's the commitment I want to give you. Values will be our compass. Without them, relationships drift. With them, they gain direction and clarity. For me, honesty will always be at the center. Not just the easy honesty, but the kind that stands firm when it's uncomfortable. I want us to look at each other knowing we never have to doubt the integrity of what we share. Honesty creates trust, and trust creates freedom. I want our love to be free, not chained by insecurity or fear, but open, transparent, and unshakable. Respect is another pillar. I don't see you as someone to complete me, but as someone to stand beside me. That means honoring your individuality, your dreams, and your opinions, even when they differ from mine. Respect isn't about agreement. It's about recognizing the value in each other's perspective and creating a space where we both feel safe to be who we truly are. In that space, love deepens because it's built on mutual recognition. Then there is loyalty. Loyalty isn't just faithfulness in the obvious ways. It's consistency in presence, attention, and energy. It's being there when you need me, not only when it's convenient. It's protecting what we have even when no one is watching. Loyalty is love lived out in action, the force that will carry us through both extraordinary and ordinary moments. But commitment also means growth. I don't believe love is static. It must evolve. It takes patience, adaptability, and a steady willingness to keep investing in us day after day. I want to be the kind of man who never stops earning your trust, who keeps deepening our connection, and who never assumes love is guaranteed, but treats it as the precious, living thing it truly is. Real commitment isn't about locking something in place. It's about creating the conditions where love can keep expanding without limits. Honesty, respect, loyalty, and growth. These aren't just ideas to me. They're the principles I've chosen to live by, and they're the promises I want to bring into our life together. I know the world can be unpredictable, and I know challenges will come. But the strength of our bond won't come from avoiding those challenges. It will come from facing them side by side, grounded in the values we both uphold, confident that what we stand on is stronger than anything that may stand against us. So, as I speak this now, I want you to know that my commitment to you is not something I'll make only once. It's a choice I'll make every single day, a choice to honor you, to protect what we have, to invest in us fully, and to live out the values that will make our love not just possible, but unstoppable. Because at the end of it all, words can fade and circumstances can change, but values endure. And when love is built on values, it doesn't just survive. It transforms everything it touches. When I think about the future, I don't see it in fragments. I see it whole, like a canvas we'll paint together. What excites me most is not just imagining what our life could look like, but knowing we'll have the power to create it, day by day, choice by choice. I imagine a life where our dreams don't compete, but complement each other, where your passions and mine don't pull us apart, but push us both forward. That, to me, is the beauty of partnership, two different paths converging into one extraordinary journey. I see us traveling to places we've never been, not just to escape, but to expand, to learn, to grow, and to experience the world in ways that change us and remind us how vast life can be when you have the right person by your side. I see late nights filled with ideas and early mornings filled with plans, where we're not only talking about what's possible but actually building it together. I don't want our life to be defined by routine alone. I want it defined by discovery, by shared ambition, and by the willingness to dream so big that it scares us a little, and then to chase those dreams until they become our reality. But I also see the quieter moments, the ones that matter just as much as the big ones. Sitting together after a long day, simply enjoying the comfort of each other's presence without needing words to fill the silence. I see us building traditions, small rituals that become the heartbeat of our family. A home that doesn't just shelter us but inspires us. A place where our children, if we're blessed with them, will grow up knowing what love and stability feel like because they'll see it every day, in the way we look at each other, the way we listen, and the way we choose kindness even when it's hard. I want us to chase dreams not only for ourselves, but for the impact they can have on others. Because legacy isn't about what you keep. It's about what you leave behind. Together, I see us creating something that outlives us, whether through the work we do, the family we raise, or the lives we touch along the way. I want us to measure success not just in material achievements, but in the depth of the connections we build and the difference we make in the world. I know this future won't just happen on its own. It will take effort, sacrifice, and resilience. But I believe that when two people are united not only in love but in vision, no obstacle is too great and no setback too final. What we dream together, we can build together. That's the essence of the life I want for us. Not perfect, not without challenges, but purposeful and expansive. A life that reflects who we are and who we're becoming, always moving forward and always reaching higher. So when I talk about the future, I'm not talking about a distant fantasy. I'm talking about a future we can design, a future that will grow from the choices we make and the love we nurture. A future where we don't just watch time pass, but shape it, own it, and fill it with meaning. And I know without question that the life we create together will be more extraordinary than anything I could ever imagine on my own. Because the most powerful dreams aren't the ones we chase alone. They're the ones we build side by side. Hand in hand, heart to heart. Before I can be the kind of husband you deserve, I know I have to become the kind of man who's worthy of standing beside you. That's why I see personal growth not just as important, but as essential. Love isn't about arriving as a finished product. It's about constantly refining yourself so you can bring your best to the person you've chosen to share your life with. And I want you to know I'm not waiting for the future to challenge me into becoming better. I'm already on that path right now. Every single day I think about patience, real patience. Not just the ability to wait, but the discipline to stay calm when things don't go as planned, to respond with understanding instead of frustration. Life will test us, and if I can't lead myself through those moments with steadiness, how could I expect to lead us through them together? I want you to see in me someone who doesn't just endure challenges but grows stronger because of them. Someone who can turn obstacles into lessons and setbacks into fuel. I think about responsibility not just as the obvious act of showing up or providing, but in the deeper sense of owning my words, my actions, and the impact they leave behind. To me, a husband isn't simply someone who talks about commitment. He's someone who lives it out daily, and that requires accountability. When I make mistakes, I admit them. When I fall short, I rise, correct myself, and do better. Because I don't want you to step into a life where excuses replace growth. I want you to see that I am constantly shaping myself into someone dependable, grounded, and aligned with the values that truly matter. I think about emotional strength, not just the strength to carry burdens, but also the courage to be vulnerable. The courage to admit when I'm hurting, to speak up when I'm uncertain, and to let you see the unfiltered version of me. True partnership isn't built on pretending to be unbreakable. It's born from sharing our humanity and finding power in that connection. That's the openness I want to bring into our relationship, because authenticity is the soil where trust takes root. And then I think about vision. Growth without vision is just movement without direction. I don't want to grow simply for growth's sake. I want to grow into the man who can help build the future we've dreamed of. That means developing discipline, sharpening focus, and making choices that favor long-term impact over short-term comfort. Every step I take now is guided by the understanding that I'm not just living for myself anymore, I'm preparing to live for us. I know I won't be perfect. Perfection isn't the goal, progress is. What excites me isn't the idea of being flawless, but the drive to be relentless. Relentless in my pursuit of growth. Relentless in my readiness to step fully into the role of a husband who leads with integrity, compassion, and strength. Because love doesn't demand perfection. It calls for presence, for growth, for the humility to say, I can do better, and the determination to actually do it. So when I picture the moment I finally look into your eyes and say, I'm ready, it won't be because I've reached some final destination. It will be because I've spent every day preparing for you, growing, learning, and becoming the man who can not only love you deeply, but stand beside you fully in every way. Readiness isn't about waiting. It's about becoming, and I'm becoming right now for you. As I close this message, I don't just want to leave you with words. I want to leave you with a promise made not lightly, but from the core of who I am and what I believe. My love for you won't rest on a perfect future, but on the certainty that no matter what comes, I will choose you again and again, every single day. I promise never to take you for granted or treat our love as automatic. Love is alive. It needs care, attention, and renewal. And I promise to nurture it with patience, effort, and consistency, showing you, not just telling you, how deeply I love you. You'll see it in the way I listen, the way I stand beside you, and the way I honor you, even in the smallest details of everyday life. I promise to be your safe place, not just the one who celebrates your victories, but also the one who stands with you through storms. Whatever challenges we face, you will never face them alone. I'll be there. Steady, unshaken, and unwavering, because love proves itself not in easy times, but in hard ones. My vow to you is that I'll never run from those moments, but will walk through them with you, hand in hand. I promise to support your dreams as if they were my own, to believe in you, encourage you, and create space for you to thrive. Because love is not possession, it's empowerment. I want to see you rise not just as my partner, but as the extraordinary person you were created to be. When you shine, we shine, and I will devote myself to making sure you always know how capable you are. I promise to keep growing, to never stop becoming the kind of man who deserves you. I'll keep pushing myself to be better, wiser, more patient, and more compassionate, because the moment I stop growing is the moment I stop giving you my best, and you deserve my best. Always. I promise to protect what we build, not just from the outside world, but from complacency, indifference, and anything that could weaken our bond. This love won't be fragile. It will be resilient, rooted in values, trust, vision, and faith. And as long as I have breath, I will keep it alive. Finally, I promise you this. No matter how far into the future this moment may be, no matter how much time passes before you hear these words, I will be ready. Ready to love you deeply, ready to walk with you in truth, ready to dedicate my life to building something greater than either of us alone. This message isn't just a reflection of who I am today. It's a declaration of who I'm becoming for you. So wherever you are, whoever you are, when this finds you, I want you to feel the weight of my heart in these words. They aren't just promises, they're vows, and I intend to live them, not only when we finally meet, but in every moment after. This is my promise. This is my dedication, and I will keep it always.